False rap, I got 4 cars and they all black. Got 4 bras and they all that. We call that ballin'. Doing this is my calling. Flow is so appalling. My phone off and she calling. I'm like, yeah, what it do? Penthouse man.
What is going on, everybody? It's WheelStandPro SLAPTrain, and welcome back today, guys, to the channel for some more Forza Horizon 3 all day today, man. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying the content, and I figured we would switch it up, man. We've been doing a lot of customization videos today. I wanted to showcase some of my drone shots that I've been kind of cruising around the city, and we found some really nice sections that I wanted to showcase. First one up that you guys are looking at is found in Surfer's Paradise. It's a massive parking lot. You guys are going to find me ripping that in my Let's Play, but I thought that was probably the coolest place in Surfer's Paradise for now. I mean, there's a lot to uncover, and unfortunately, when you are in the drone cam, you can't actually look at your map. You can only see the little mini-map on the bottom left. So at times, I was just trying to use my compass to point north just to see where the hell I'm going. But, it is pretty damn cool. The only thing, like I said earlier, I just wish they took the cap off on the height restrictions of the drone. If they wanted to leave in, you can't go over trees and stuff like that, that's not a problem. But just maybe give us, maybe a higher view. I thought originally it was going to be, maybe a 4 or 5 story height. But, it's, I think, almost maybe like 2 stories tall that you can really go up. Which, isn't really a big problem at this point. I'm just happy that, this camera is in the game. And the fact that we can now just kind of cruise around at our own leisure is pretty damn insane, considering, the fact that we've never even had anything like this before. Now, the one thing that I did like, actually, about this, now I can't really confirm on previous Forzas, but the signs are actually there, and they do point to certain areas on the map. So if you find a sign on the highway and, you don't want to really use your map, you can just cruise and follow the signs, and it will take you right to your destination. So that's kind of what I did as well, too, as I was kind of cruising around. But I had to take in the scenery, man. I just find myself at times just looking off into the distance and just nothing but just space and rolling hills and, buildings off in the distance. And, the entire map is so overwhelming, and I love it, man. For the first time, we have a brand new map, almost like an expansion, if you will, from Forza Horizon 2. And, the fact that we now have new roads, we have new environments, we have new places to uncover, and you cannot forget about the animals, man. We have so many reptiles floating around, we have birds, animals out there, so it's pretty cool that they have made this a living, breathing world. Now, we're coming up on our first spot for today, which is the Redstone Airport. Now, this was kind of what everybody was hoping for, was another massive strip of road just to, do drags and stuff like that. Now, I thought it would have been really cool to add, a crazy jump or, something at the end of the strip. Now, I haven't really seen anything as of yet, but there are a few buildings that you can go into as well, too, so it kind of mimics the strip that we had in Forza Horizon 2, but there's not as many crates floating around, so that kind of is going to limit the sections that we can do around the area. But there are quite a few. Now, there are different terrains around here as well, too, so it's not just all tarmac or, it's not all asphalt and stuff like that. So it is going to be a big change. It's going to be a little bit different, but we do have a few elevation changes in these hangars, which I thought was a little bit different. It's unique. We do have a few jumps on the side of the runway as well, too, which can be utilized for some freestyle sections. There's some bonus boards up there as well, too. But, I mean, like I said, I just feel like the airport is a little bit empty. I don't know if that's just me or not. Let me know down below. We have that same underpass as well, too, that we had in Forza Horizon 2. But there's no crazy jumps as of yet. Now, as I said, this is only drone camera footage. I have not actually got my car up to this area yet to explore around. So I will be doing that a little bit later on. But these are all kind of first impressions with the drone cam. Now, keep that in mind when you guys are watching this, because if I haven't found a section that you guys have found, well, help me out, man. Leave your comments down below for me. Now, we are coming up on our next discovered area, which is the Redstone Goldmine. Now, this was the one that was teased a little bit, I believe, in the Gamescom footage, where they were kind of screwing around with all the dump trucks and all that. If I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure it was, but it is a very big area on this section, so it's going to lead for a lot of different sections in this. And I thought it was cool that they left a tractor and a dump truck sitting out front of it. It was just kind of different, it was cool, and it just kind of brought the city to life, I guess you would say. And that's what I think the airport was missing. Now, keep in mind, though, these are not in-depth views of these areas. There's still going to be lots of things to discover, And I mean, like I said, it was just a first impressions of these environments as I was flying around. I was screen capping for about a good solid probably hour or so, just flying around and trying to find new environments on the map. Now also keep in mind, I really didn't explore Surface Paradise because that was kind of an area that we've already kind of discovered if you played the first bit of the game, and I only really found one section, which was the parking lot area, that I really wanted to touch base on. Now, just to confirm, when I'm talking about sections, I'm talking about a drift-related spot. Now, I'm not saying that the roads are not driftable in these areas, because 100% they are, man. Surface Paradise is loaded with all these beautiful roads that you can take, create into your own sections as well, too. And I'm very excited to hop online and start playing with the crew, where we can then, develop our own sections and also explore around and find new places. I only found, I think, maybe 14 or 15 areas, and there's still, I think, maybe 7 left to explore. So there are a lot of areas in the game. I have yet to find them all. Next one up is the Timber Mill. Now this is actually going to lead into a few really nice places on the game, and probably one of my favorite ones as well too. Now on the left, we'll be taking here to the Timber Mill, and this kind of plays out to the all-wheel drive crowd, or say the rally crowd in that sense, because a lot of it is just dirt on these paths here in the Timber Mill, which is okay. It's going to make for some really interesting content, and also sections with the rally cars, or rally spec vehicles, or even just rear-wheel drive cars. I have yet to really see how we're going to be able to slide on the dirt with a fully drift-built vehicle. So that's going to be something interesting, but I can definitely see myself ripping a Ford Focus or something like that right through this area and just making some seriously sick content on this spot. I mean, we have some crazy jumps, which we should be able to ramp that damn roof right up there on that warehouse. So that's going to be interesting as well too. But I really did enjoy this, and these are the jumps that I was expecting when we visited the airport back at the start of the video. Now I will say, this is an absolutely huge place to visit. I'm actually going to get a really nice shot here of the entire field, but I mean, you can see everything that's here. I mean, they have really done a lot of work in order to just kind of pack in this spot, and this is what I was talking about, of really just filling it up and making it come to life, if you will. And they have done a fantastic job on the timber mills here, and it's gonna lead for some really cool content. We even have a truck being loaded in. I thought that was really cool, and that should make for some really nice shots, man. Now, one of the things that I found, the reservoir, man, this thing will lead into some beautiful roads, and it's gonna make for some really nice cruising and just relaxing cruising as well too. Now, as you guys can see, it is a dirt path as well, so once again we are playing into that rally mentality here on Forza Horizon 3, which is a big trend here. I mean, obviously this is Australia, and a lot of the game is dedicated to the off-road section, so I really do hope for, the map expansions that are coming. And yes, the map expansion is coming. I'm going to talk about that a little bit later, so make sure you guys come on, check that out. But I'm really hoping that they add in more actual road environments where, we can slide around. And I did like the fact that, the outside of the map is littered with actual roads that, we can connect and also go from, off-road to on-road as well too. But I mean, you guys can see this right here. It is absolutely beautiful. It's stunning. We even have the rain hitting the drone cam as well too. But these are the roads that I want to see more of, just the winding stretch of the roads where it's just endless driving, almost like a toge style. And I'm still upset that there's no toge mountains to go down, but we can all hope and pray for that map expansion, or even future content later on with Forza Horizon 4 and stuff like that, right? So I mean, there are possibilities. Hope is not lost, but there are a lot of off-road sections, which I'm trying to get at, if that makes any sense. And I mean, to me as a drifter, I'm not a big fan of the off-road sections. I'm really not. It doesn't really do much for me. However, I do appreciate them, and I do enjoy, the role that they play in this game. And this is what I'm talking about, man. Look at this beautiful waterfall right here. I was actually able to fly right over the water, and I did find a 6,000 XP board sitting right underneath of the waterfall. So if you guys have not already picked that up, sorry, it's 5,000 XP, man. My mistake. Go and do so. Now, while I was sitting here, I had to get a time lapse of the night. Unfortunately, when it goes night, I can't get any shots, unfortunately, because it's just so damn dark. But I figured, you know what, I'm going to leave my controller here, and I think it was about maybe like 10 minutes time, and it was a beautiful time lapse of the sky, and then the stars came out, man, and oh my god, it was gorgeous, man. I love anything to do with space, and looking at this, the ideas are rolling right now, man. The shots that we're going to be able to get with the stars and, the moon in there, it's going to be so beautiful and peaceful as well too. And also knowing that that's an actual legitimate sky that they capped while they were in Australia. That to me is absolutely perfection. And I know it took them a hell of a long time to get that down in the game. So thank you guys so much for doing so, because it looks beautiful and just sets the entire game off. And it brings everything to life, I feel. I mean, look at it right now. The sky looks real because it is real. I mean, that's what it really comes down to. Now, I did find a few other spots here that look to me kind of like the Outback. I haven't unlocked it yet, but when we were able to choose Surfer's Paradise or the Outback, this is kind of what I pictured. Now, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong down below. I found a few railroads as well too. I did not see any trains going along these tracks as I was in the drone cam. So I'm thinking, same with the animals, that we actually need to be present on the game moving in order for these to become active. Now, this spot right here, this is like a satellite rail station. I don't know exactly what that is exactly called, but it is pretty cool, and when you are driving on it, your suspension is tested, man. I'll tell you that right now. That's on my Let's Play as well, too. I ended up finding the edge of the map, which actually had an XP board as well, too, another 5,000 XP board. I tried to kind of escape the map, if you will, and I thought that would have been cool, but no go, man. However, I was able to scale the mountain with the drone, so that's kind of cool, and, you know, will lead for some really nice shots, which you guys will see right here, man. I thought this was a beautiful shot, and, you know, if we can maybe, you know, get some people cruising around, it's gonna make for some beautiful content in the future. Now, we're coming up to the last spot of the video, and personally, my favorite spot of this video, man. Have a quick look at this construction site. Does this not remind you of Dirt? Because it does for me, man. Dirt 3 to be exact, with the massive warehouse area, but this place is jam-packed with things to do. The West Point Towers, and have a look, man. We have massive kind of just hills. We have buildings that are not even built yet. We have different stories that we can go up. We have a lot of breakable things in this environment as well too, which is going to make for some awesome Gymkhana content. We actually see of just a little damn 8.6 cruising around in this spot, but you guys can see the scale from the car. I mean, there's so much to do now in this location, and again, it's, you know, it's a dirt road, if you will, until you get into the building. So it's so much dirt on this game that, you know, your car's going to be obviously constantly dirty, man, so be ready for it. Hopefully you guys did enjoy today's episode of Forza Horizon 3, taking a look at all the new spots that I found in my hour's time flying around. Don't forget to slap that like button if you would like to see more, and if you found any sections as well too, leave them down in the comment section down below. Ladies and gentlemen, Forza Horizon 3 all day today. If you guys missed any of my videos, make sure you guys go check them out because there's a shit ton of them. Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy the SLAPTrain. I'm out. Peace.
I got 4 cars and they all black, got 4 bras and they all that, we call that ballin', doing this is my calling, flow is so appalling, my phone off and she calling, I'm like yeah, what it do?